बस चालू રાખો બંધ કેમ કર લાગ્યું
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है
सरकार
Okay, so all are there? Okay.
यस
yes sir
Look here. Mm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I just asked a quick question that so far you had any query, you have to quickly pose a question. If not, then I can just start with a new topic which I just wanted to go ahead with. Is there any query which is there so far? What are the topics I have shared you all? Yes or no?
no sir
No.
sir.
Okay. So then let me start with the today's topic. Himali, just mute your audio. Okay, good. Thanks. So what I'm going to discuss today is are you able to get the screen?
yes sir
Yes, sir.
Good. So waste management. So I'll quickly run through a few things which you have already might have gone through. If not, it will be a quick recap in terms of some concepts and topics. So this thing we have already discussed, what are the different types of waste and all those things. Its management is the crucial one, and that is one of the focus of the third unit. So when we say waste management, what are the important things involved is waste collection, waste transportation, segregation, recycling, disposal, minimization, and its control. There are different aspects basically which needs to be corrected. And from that point of view, there are several concepts which have been emerged. And out of that, waste management hierarchy is one of the important concepts. Now, what is the meaning of waste management hierarchy? So it is a nationally and internationally accepted guide for prioritizing the waste management practice. So what we so far keep on discussing the source reduction, uh, uh, waste volume reduction, waste strength reduction, and then different treatment processes in terms of technical details and all these things. So from that point of view, prioritizing waste management practices with the objective of achieving optimal environmental outcome. What is the environmental outcome is the clean environment or producing the less waste or no waste into the system. So there is a certain set out preferred order. What is that preferred order is? It is a tool in the evaluation process that protect the environment alongside resources and energy consumption to most favorable to the least favorable action. So when we say order, something is called as a most preferable or favorable action to the least favorable action. What is that? That we'll quickly look into the next slide that we'll get an what is waste hierarchy. So again, it is an important basis for sustainable development or sustainable aspect point of view. So to substantiate or for the sustainable waste management cannot be solved only with the technical end of the pipe solutions. What is meaning of end of the pipe solutions? Anyone can quickly answer through the chat platform?
After treatment.
Yes. After means once you create the waste, waste is taken to the treatment facility and then it is treated. So it is basically integrated approach. That is means what we discuss as a source reduction and subsequently the end of the pipe approach. So it indicates an order of preference for action to reduce and manage waste and is usually presented diagrammatically. In the subsequent slide you'll get an idea in a pyramid form. So pyramid means something is at the apex, something as a base. So something considered as an topmost priority. From that topmost, if you go to the lower one, then the what we discussed in the beginning, that is the most favorable or acceptable to the least favorable options. That based on that this hierarchy basically. And at the same time it also helps the life cycle approach of the each program. That's what you are already going through, and one of the example was given of the food industry. And recently I was just going through the Science Direct. There are plenty of applications of this life cycle analysis or assessment, and there are now new concepts which are emerging. Basically there are three different components: analysis, assessment, and there is one more thing which is come as a part of life cycle and assessment from the waste management point of view, and it is applicable everywhere. So what is that hierarchy? So on the left hand side it shows you what you are supposed to do or what is your useful gain, and at the top you are getting what your outcomes are. And at the same time it talks about how you have to approach to that pyramid. So what are the first step is remove. That means don't generate the waste. That is what is the mantra, or that is what the important priority in that particular thing. Second comes is the reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, treat, dispose. These are the steps. And if you at the remove level, your gains will be relatively less. And if you adopt this management hierarchy, so something what you are generating as in waste, let's say, out of that, if you try to reduce and recover and then recycle, if you opt for that, in previous slide, what we have seen, you are conserving the resources, you are maintaining the environment, at the same time you are opting for an sustainable operations, and based on that you will end up into getting the maximum returns into the system. So so again, previously I mentioned what is least preferable, dispose is the least preferable, and what is the most preferable is the avoid or remove. What the like there are some different terms and things which are being basically used. Let's say previous slide something is mentioned as a remove here, but here it is been mentioned as an avoid. But by and large, this pyramid which shows dispose as the least preferred and remove as the most preferred means don't generate the waste. That is what is the least favorable to the most favorable, and their interlinking is been just given in this particular slide. So how each stages are interrelated and what sort of stakeholders are involved, what sort of actions which can be basically taken care, or what sort of actions can be achieved is basically specified in this particular pie chart or this particular schematic diagram. So most favorable is reduce. That means prevent, needs and alternatives and availability needs to be worked out. Scope, the personal householding, community, businesses, these are the different areas comes into that. Of course, you have to prioritize to minimize your at the least, like if you are at all generating, then minimize it to the least extent. Then if you can go for the reuse level, then make sure and then work out first hand market, second hand market for the reuse products, try to generate the revenue, try to generate, and then uh, different type of product basically comes into that. Out of that also, whatever the waste is generated, then you put it into the next level of recycle, try to recover the materials and compounds out of that recycled material, or what is rejected or what is reused and all these things. So this sort of exercise or this sort of things will go. So at the end you may end up into getting a no waste. So that concept of life cycle analysis will give and one insight that what stages, what type of activities you are doing and what sort of waste is as such generated. And at the same time the concept like zero liquid discharge. Now here focus this when we say waste management, so it applies to solid waste, it applies to the liquid waste. Concept remains same. So the zero liquid discharge concept is more or less one of the solutions pertaining to this waste management hierarchy. So the important aspects basically are here. So based on that, there are different activities needs to be worked out. I'll not right now go into more details because probably some of the things I'll quickly run through the things. So when you say remove or reduce, what kind of articles, what kind of activities, substances comes in that category, how those things can be put into together. Again, I'm putting one important point here is some of the things are generic. They are not exclusively from the liquid waste point of view, but it is generally solid waste. Sometimes some of the things are extended to the liquid waste point of view as well. So then the remove, what are the source reductions? Source reduction can be result from any activity that reduces the amount of materials. For example, redesigning of the products, which we already discussed, source strength reductions, so waste volume reduction. In that, most of these keywords or key phrases are already been given. And with some examples, some of the things are basically here mentioned. Then reduction, again, depend on what nature of the material is there, toxic, non-toxic, biodegradable, non-biodegradable. You need to work out and accordingly the relevant materials needs to be treated or reduced basically in the activity. So as per the EPA guidelines point of view, some of the substances are enlisted here. Some of this data I'll just share you guys with later on as a kind of say notes or something. Here, just want to actually touch upon other aspect basically. So just quickly, there are chemical and substances which are already identified by EPA and all other international agencies working and looking after the environmental aspects. And sometimes some of their respective alternatives are also provided, because you don't have to point only the problem, but at the same time you have to provide a solution to the customer end or from the business end point of view. So some of these lists are basically provided. In case of reuse, then there are certain guidelines, some notations are to be basically used and worked out for the reuse kind of materials. Then recycling, there are different materials which can be recycled, like metal scraps, drilling mud, solvents, oil waste. They can be reutilized in the different ways to the best extent possible, in terms of like for example the tires what we are generating is just an example just giving. So ground the rubber tires of the automobiles and all these four wheelers, two wheelers, and you can create the high speed railways platforms or those tracks basically out of that. You can prepare the air streets blending with the tar and all these things, so that tire waste can be utilized. Or for the small kids or the most of the European and South African, these South Korea and China countries, they are using the playground platforms made out of this kind of say shredded and properly mixed rubbery particles. So ground remains more shock proof. Basically, even the kids fall down, they will not get hurt and all these things. Like that sort of reclaim applications can be worked out from the recycling activities. And of course, what is the residue? One of the aspect again is the incineration activities, maybe thermal methods or chemical methods, biological methods can be utilized for whatever is being followed, remove, reduce, recycle, and doing all these activities. Whatever is left out, that can be taken care uh, as a uh, residue treatment, and then out of that something is left out, you can try to recover the valuables, maybe in terms of minerals, elements, and all these things that can be reutilized in terms of value creation or value generation point of view. So these are the important aspects, and of course at the end whatever the sludge and all these things is also prepared depending on its nature, whether it is a hazardous, non-hazardous. Again, it can be then treated as a, that topic we'll discuss a little more, that is a sludge waste management and all these things separately, but that aspect left out as a combination of this previous activity, there is your residue treatment, and at the end, water is completely discarded, can be then dumped on the landfill sites or underground, buried into the deep ocean bases and all the different activities. This is what generally is taken care as an activity of your uh, waste management hierarchy, basically. So actually now I want to actually come up with the new concept, that is the waste minimization circle. Now, the pollution prevention is one of the aspect. After that, energy audit, life cycle analysis, all these things are integrated and they are important from the perspective of waste minimization. The word clearly indicates what are the so-called garbage, trash, or unwanted things or polluting thing is there, that minimization or complete elimination. This is what the concept or important mantra. So from that point of view, some of the things are applicable or easily adopted by the good business houses or the uh, big companies or things, but some of the things are not so easy for the small businesses. And from that point of view, this new concept has come up, that is waste minimization circle. So what is this waste minimization circle? That the small scale and medium scale industries are, of course, and that's what, if you see the recent activities, and once the lockdown